Hey guys, how you doing? One sec. Sorry about that. A frog in my throat. Okay, we're gonna be going over a game between Annie Wong Wing versus Nazi Mackenzie. This was the first game where Annie won in a brilliant style. And then the second one we're going to go over is the Armageddon game where Nazi won a really nice game as well. So I wanted to show you that, in my opinion, these were two of the best ones. The middle one was okay. The one that Nazi won to be able to send it to Armageddon was okay, but I believe that the one that she won, the last one, was a much better for tactical understanding. Okay, so Annie's white. She goes d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, queen c2. Some play bishop d2, and then if bishop takes, knight, bishop takes. Now you have the two bishops with e, and then I've seen that this has actually happened. Then you play there, and then they control the center, and potentially something like this arises. You do this. He goes castles. Your opponent goes castles. Knight. Knight here to there. It comes in. Knight U castle, and then potentially there's a d4, and then you play d5. Something similar to this. But she chose more of a simplification classic variation. A3. C takes. Bishop takes c3. Queen takes c3. There's a variation. This is a line that can be played. Only stitch is it weakens the pawn here. But when the knight is taken, the queen takes, then that does put your queen at more of an attack, but we have to remember the dark square bishop's gone, so there's no more pin threat on the king, so she's fine there. c5 was played, and d takes c, d4. Nazi's going for a big crunch on Annie. Queen g3, iron, holding on to that pawn, potentially with b4. And at this point, she took the pawn. I'm not sure if that's best. I kind of would have maybe tried to hold my pawn structure. I'm not sure if that's best, but I'd probably say the computer would agree with Annie on that one. So let's turn on the engine. I turned it off because for some reason last night it was lagging, so just give me a second to turn it back on. I believe that if it was me, I would actually play here, because the computer likes knight c. Okay. Oh, it does like my move. What does it think about this? Probably equal at this point. Yeah, still is okay. You have to then retreat out. So I don't like giving my opponent counterplay. So, and then if he plays here, or even if that was played, then you have bishop here, and you're gonna win a piece. So bad move. So this solidifies your structure. Now you have 4 versus 2. So in an endgame, you're gonna basically dominate. But she saw an easy pawn that you can grab, but it's not really so easy, because you have to remember that he can't. The Nazi could attack. You come back, and she played e5, which was really an interesting move. I don't know if I agree with e5, because there's that type of a move there. And I believe that that would have to be played. Then you come back and now you're eyeing that pawn, and so eyeballing that pawn. Well, then you have that, and you can play the pawn attack. Well, then the knight can actually come down. So yeah, I don't know if that was best. Sorry about that. We'll get to that, back to our point. So here, and then she plays e5. b4 was the correct move. And then now you can actually play your bishop here, and if it takes here, then you take there, and you're winning a piece. If here, then you come back down, and you're winning a piece there. I'm not sure if I would at this point just take, yeah. Pawn takes, then play bishop to, oh, it's better for black at this point. Huh. Maybe it's because of this weakness there. Oh, it's because he can win a pawn there. Okay, I gotcha. See, I'm even I'm even in learning how to do all this stuff, so this right here is an equal position. Actually, better benefits black. It takes away all of white's advantage, and potentially though you do have this pawn push. But so f3 was played, d3, pawn d3, queen f2. Now she's rerouting actually for attack. She's going for a big time one. Bishop b4, queen c, and then the bishop takes, and so now she's up 2 pawns. 2 big pawns too. Knight e2. Now she castles, and then Annie. This is they were giving this a double exclam. Yasser was, because she castled right into an attack, but she brought one of her pieces in there into the attack, which is the rook. So bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, and then bishop takes, rook takes, and king b1. And now, ooh, this is a tight. This is getting tough here. Okay. Just hold on for a sec. My computer is reconnecting to come on, reconnect. Maybe if I turn off. Huh. That's interesting. Yikes. Snap. I dislike when this happens. Let me get to the point. Sorry about this. I don't know why LHS sometimes does this with my computer. It gives it fits. and then she goes for a grab, and this was an interesting idea here that they were talking about. Rook takes, and then she finds check, and at this point, it's this right here. It looks kind of crazy, but that's actually winning on the spot. This is what they were talking about right here. And they were thinking, what would happen if she played there? You take, and then if check, and then if check here, you just take the pawn. So there's really no threat. So this would be winning. So let's see what actually. Okay, that. And then at this point, you bring your rook down here. You take. And then now you grab that pawn to cover, so that when this gets taken, that gets taken, that rook gets taken, the king gets taken, and if there's a check, then you block with the bishop, and so you're up a whole bunch of material into an endgame. There's a check, then the rook comes back, if she snaps off a pawn, then now you have this this attack coming down. You have so much that if it takes there, you check, and at this point, it's gonna have to flee. The computer, Nazi would have to flee. And you have check, and potentially, yeah, I like that move. I actually like this. I gotta say that's a kind of stellar move. It's kind of hard to see over the board though if you think about it though. So what she did rather was she checked. The pawn went. Queen check. Bishop takes. And then now she's rerouting her pieces to here to go for a check and an attack. F3 was played. Rook D2. This right here attacks the weak pawn here. So what they were talking is Nazi potentially should have actually played, rather than the pawn push, she either should have played the queen there or right here, and then that would have happened, and you could have grabbed a pawn. So that's what they were saying. She played there, F6, Rook D2. Now this solidifies her second rank, so she's safe now. Annie is. G4, G7 was played, and Rook HD1. Now there's three attackers. Potentially she's going to reroute her queen also, if need be, to the other side to attack. Rook E2, Rook G1. Now she's coming in from this side when that rook moved. She's coming in there. King F7, and now she sees the move that is most devastating, this move here. E3, which is actually an exclam move. She's slowly squeezing Nazi like a boa constrictor. She's making, and Nazi was getting low on time here. And man, this was just like a, slowly the air is coming out until there's nothing left. King E1, Rook G D1. That comes in. You check. D8. Annie was playing this like it was nothing. Queen G4. It's coming. King has to go to C2. And then Queen goes to G8. It's like, whoa. Because next, now you get to see what's happening here. You have a, excuse me, you have a bishop going to A7, and a potential, and you can't do that yet. You'd probably have to take here, and then rook takes, and then you play bishop there. So it'd be here, and like if a queen went there, you could take here, and if queen went here, you potentially have close to a mate almost. B5 was played. Queen G4, Rook D5, and the vice is starting to get tightened. The noose is starting to get tightened around the king. Rook, actually, I think what she was trying to do is that there, and then put more pressure with potentially that. Knight D2. Bishop comes in, last piece that's starting to come off the board. And Nazi resigned here because it's mate in 13. And then this is a sting of a mate right there. That hurts. That's not fun when you get mated like that. So the next game, this is the last Armageddon match. We'll set the scenario. Nazi just Annie was black on the next game. Nazi won. Annie should have actually won, but she made a couple inaccurate moves. She forgot to do, first of all, F5, and she forgot to kind of get counterplay. She locked down the position, but she let Nazi regroup and then win. And the interesting thing is this game here. This was very similar to the one before. Nazi made a couple mistakes in the game before this one, but she corrected her mistakes and was able to single-handedly, I hate to say this, destroy Annie in the game. It wasn't a fun game. I wouldn't want to play it, let's just say, but the tactics that went on in it were out of this world. Okay, so you have to get past the personal part and all that and look at the basics of the game and how it will help us improve. Six G. She had Annie has an issue also with the black side. She doesn't do very good playing as black, so I think her coach will work with her on that, and she'll get a lot more flexible in that. C6. She's 15, so she's doing pretty good for 15. She's got a lot of years left to play chess and get better, so you can't get upset with her because she's a kid. She's got a lot to do. She's got homework and stuff. So B6, E5, Knight D7, Queen C7, going after the pawn. Queen E2, Bishop B7. I don't know. I might have played here. Let's see. What would be the computer's response? Let's see here. Okay, there. And Annie at this point had draw options, which what that means is if the game would have went to a draw, she actually would have won the game. So that's how important this game was, just to draw. It's like Nazi had to win though. The thing was though, it was a black got 4 minutes and 2 seconds added on. White got 5 minutes and 2 seconds added on. So Annie was a 2-second, a 1 minute disadvantage. So, and this really solidified everything, stopped everything. H6, they were saying that h5 should be played, then g5, and then potentially castle queenside there, and you really don't wanna. You wanna kind of put a bind on black, and then probably Nazi would play there. You would probably play your rook over here, or sorry, not there. Get rid of that. More likely there. And then at that point here, you have to be very careful. And I'd probably break right here. Go for a huge attack. Bishop takes, takes, and the queen can't take. So you'd have 3, then takes here, here, and at the right point you can go here, like knight there, and then there. You know, you got to get your attack flowing. And then you kind of got to check. So you got to be really careful here. Castle queenside. And this was the move. Nazi missed this one before in the last game. She played like that, and it wasn't good. She finally got this, because what she's going to do is at this point, when she's going to push, and then use this as a slight weakness, or she could takes, and then this is a weakness. So, like something like this. So now this is a weakness forever. King g4, king moved, bishop d2, f5. f5 actually helps white. E takes f, knight takes f, and g e5. So rook there. It's just kind of hard to so and that hangs a knight. Knight takes. She single-handedly pummeled her into submission. I believe, let me see, they were talking that there was actually a better way to win. Let me see, I'm trying to find it. Oh, right here. This is actually the best. And then you can snap it off without a problem. And you're up 2 pieces and with that. You snap off another pawn and it's basically game over. Yeah, not fun. But now Nazi, congrats to Nazi. She is now the women's champion of the United States. So that's cool. Congrats. And you know what? Don't feel bad for Annie. She'll get probably invited next year too. So her performance was excellent. So you just have to remember she's young. A lot of years left for her to improve. She'll just get stronger. So she's got a bright future for her. And when she's ready to take that next jump to professional chess, she will be great. So, and I believe that about you guys too. You guys are going to be great too. We just got to continue to keep studying and getting better. And if you have any questions on the 2 games, you can type in, as long as it applies to chess and is not, bad stuff. Like bad words and stuff, then it's good to put in. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. When this rook moved off the back rank, it left that rook on pre. If we play rook takes knight, pawn takes, queen check. Let's see, bishop takes. Sure why. Let me see if we did rook takes. You have to take in consideration what happens. Let's see, rook takes there, back, rook takes, or pawn takes. So rook takes there. And if pawn takes, what do we got here? So we got enough material for that. Okay. Let's see. I want to see what level that is. Just hold on. Let's go put it. Let's go do it. Ooh, a 2500 level puzzle. Sweet. These 2 points are weak. This queen's almost trapped. Let's see if we checked. Let's see here. If we take there, it's got to check. Okay, here. That's mate. So we can't do that. Hey, how you doing? I'm trying to see what we can do here. You guys have any ideas? That doesn't work. I was thinking of that. I'm thinking of either that for the next candidate move. But he's got d5, which blocks our queen. But then we do have that. Excuse me. We could play back there. Do you guys have any ideas? Kind of stumped here. Because that has no point if there. I was thinking about coming back, but then he's got rook there, so. But we could then grab that. We check there. Not sure. Could play check here, bring the king out closer. And then play check there. Oops. So here, queen c6, d5. Snap, this is a tough one. What am I missing here? Let's say we snap over and grab that queen. Okay, snap over, grab that. Rook takes queen. King takes. Queen check. King back down. Queen check. King over. Check. Over. Check. Potentially even check there. That covers that and that. Snap. Okay. Drat. Let's see if we take here, queen takes. Check. Sorry, here, there, there, there. Then we grab the queen. Yep. There we go. Let's see here. If they're in a rubber band sitch, so this was once guarding there, so if we played bishop d2, knight takes d2, rook takes d2, rook over, rook there, queen takes, queen takes. Interesting. Let's see, what do we got here? Excuse me. Let me see here. Double attack. So if we played our queen here, the queen takes here, we play bishop here. If queen takes here, we play bishop takes, knight takes. No, I don't think that works. Let me think about it. Or does it? Yeah, I think it does. So here, there, here, here, I don't know. Or, wait a second. Bishop takes, knight takes. Oh, queen there. That might be the missing move. I see. So here, if he doesn't take, then he just loses a piece. Yeah. There we go. One sec, I'll leave this with you guys just for a sec. I'll be right back. Okay, dokie. Let's see, what do we got here? Alright. Okay. We have a actually, I think it's a royal fork. But not with the king, so it's 2 rooks and a queen. Let's see here. Okay, if we play rook takes queen. Rook takes rook. So rook takes queen. Rook takes rook. Queen a5. Knight takes rook. takes rook. So bishop takes knight. Knight takes rook. Bishop takes queen. Okay, bishop takes knight. Knight takes rook. Bishop takes queen. Knight takes knight. And rook takes. So I think it's no. Um, it's been a long time. Haven't done over the board for a while. But yeah, exactly. Rook takes d2. But now, what I'm thinking about doing is bishop a5, f knight d5. Then you have knight takes d5, attacking the bishop. And if that's under fire there, then you can bring your rook over and guard the bishop on b7. What do you guys think? Bishop b5? I'm trying to see if that's not the move. I was thinking about bishop takes knight, rook takes knight, but then there's two pieces that are under fire at that point. So I don't think that's right. Rook C, you think it's rook c8? Can't he, at that point, can't he just play bishop b6 though? If you play rook c8, bishop b6, and I'm not sure if we get anything in that scenario. I think bishop a5 might be the move because it locks in this spot here, so that if we go here, this isn't an option for his bishop to flee to, because ours is right there. And then if he plays there, we have knight. I also see the merit of c8 though. It does cover here. So then if he plays there, we could play bishop takes knight, rook takes, but I still think we're bishop. What I don't like about bishop a5 is b4. b4 attacks the bishop. Oh, here? Bishop a5, b4. You can do in passing at that point. And then if he takes, we'll say that way, you still have, it's your move, and at that point you can actually play bishop potentially b6. b5 really doesn't, yeah. I do see the merit of that move, but I'm just trying to see, because I'm trying to see what the consequences of that is a good move. It's only that though. The only problem with bishop takes, I looked at that, bishop takes c3, is that rook takes c7. And at that point we have a pawn attacking our bishop and a rook attacking our bishop on b7. And I don't know if we get enough compensation for that. This holds the knight in place, and if the knight ever drops in here, we can actually take with our knight, attacking his bishop. That's the bishop protects the knight, and then we can then play potentially. No, maybe. Well, yeah. Well, huh. Or we could just play this. This would be an interesting move. Rook f7. And then if he tries to do a check, we can just intercept with our dark squared bishop. That's an idea. Or potentially pawn takes, and then if rook takes knight, pawn takes, pawn attacking the bishop, and if takes there, then we take here, and if takes there, we actually have check, intercepts there, we push our pawn, if he comes back, we take, rook takes, actually I'm sorry, pawn takes, and rook takes, and rook takes, and then king takes, and we were up one pawn. Actually, I think we're in equal position at that point. Trying to see what we got here. What do you guys think about that? I was thinking this, there, there, there. We take here. He takes there. We check. Intercepts. We push. He comes back. We take. He takes. Pawn takes. Queen. King takes. And we have this passer. Actually, if he comes up and grabs that, he can't. We'd win. Huh, wow. That's interesting. So here, here, sorry. Here, there, 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 there. If he takes there, then we check. Comes there, we push, we win our piece back. We'd have to play there. Then how would we actually queen at that point? That is crazy of an attack, but I don't know if that breeds anything. I like to simply, it's either, I'm thinking either a5 or rook d7. I mean f7. What do you think, guys? These two moves here. I agree. Oh. I do want to check. I do want to check one thing out though. Always gotta check here. Snap. Wait a second, let's go back. I want to see why rook a5 isn't correct. We have mate and that holds everything. Then we could actually just retreat back. It comes in there. We move our bishop. It comes there. But probably more likely we just come here outside the pawn chain. And then we just, oh, I like that best. Takes. Something like that. Yeah, it's okay. We'll get it back. Okay, let's see here. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me see here. Let's see, what do we got? So if we play from here to there, so that's what we got. Check. Let's check our things. Queen b6, check, and we'll say rook intercepts. So we have accomplished, only takes there, so pawn takes, bishop, pawn push, threatens checkmate. Well, we could take with bishop takes. So takes pawn. And then that allows the queen to guard there, but then the bishop would come in and check. Pawn takes bishop. Let's see here, there, there. Check. Queen comes over. Okay, we'll take a break and see what's this game. Alright, okay. Oh, nice. He's playing the Zurgazif variation. Looks very French. An exchange sack? Sweet. Knight f6. Queen g2. Bishop d6. Castle kingside. Castle kingside. b3, still fine. Knight bd2, still fine. I mean bd7. Let's see, what could we have played here? Is there any tactics that may arise? I think potentially that's probably the best. Queen c7. So b3, b2. Never gets trapped. I was thinking something like there, there, there. And then I guess you could play there. I guess, yeah, that wouldn't be a good move then. No. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good. Yeah, see if we played. We played 5, so bishop there. I was just thinking if we played here, 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 here. I guess there really is nothing to that. So let's see about B. Yeah. Yeah, knight. That is an interesting move at the end. Yeah, of the line here. Yeah, you wouldn't want to play there. You'd probably play g5, and then you have a fork. That's the tactic. Yep. So we did find it correctly. Yep. Knight e5. We're getting better. I see. We're seeing all the tactics. a5. c4. Knight takes. Knight takes. e7. C takes d5. E takes d5. Rook. I can see your idea about bringing the rook to the open file. Okay. There we go. Let's get her done. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? So rook, I guess that is the best, and then we look at it. Queen d8, getting off the... So he knows principles. Let's see. So there. Okay. Let's see. He's 6, knight G. Okay. Boy, he missed a lot of. I don't. He missed a lot of moves that really could have. The opponent did. So he missed that. I can't believe he didn't take there. He would have been smart to have taken here. It eliminates your best bishop. Oh, to provoke g6. I don't think he would provoke. I don't think he would do g6. More likely, potentially, he might move his knight somewhere like here, or up here and reroute it in. Now e5 is devastating. So if here, here, and potentially bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, and now you can provoke the attack. And if you can't play there, so maybe he'd play something like that. Let's see, what could we play at that point? Maybe we could just double up and go for that attack, something like that. Yeah, I'm mistaken what would be a good move. That locks down, so you probably wouldn't want to do that. You kind of have to move. I can't believe he missed this move. That's a pretty devastating attack. You'd have to play there. I guess he could play back here. Okay. Excuse me. There. Smack right on in. Send him. Send in the attack. And then next you would potentially be threatening checkmate. And he really doesn't have enough. You potentially could take. Takes. Checkmate, baby. You gotta love it. So he can't really take. He'd have to take here. And then you just move your you can move your bishop back, your rook back, and you picked up a rook for a bishop. You gotta love it when you can do that. I just love doing those devastating attacks. I now look for all those crunching moves. Because I'm not afraid of sacrifices. I'm like, you know what? If I sack something to win, hoorah, yeah. Bishop takes. Okay, that I don't think was best in this scenario. Let's see, what could we have actually played? Is there anything we can play that's... The computer really wants a5. It's like a5, a5. Let's see if there's anything better than a5. Well, but I think the reason is he doesn't want that to get provoked. I guess a5, what would he play potentially here? I kind of would play my knight in. I really don't see any weak points for him. Yeah, I was just thinking potentially you can actually drop a knight in. I would have rerouted my knight there. Just yeah. Yeah, that's true. You could get a pawn. But the problem is your knight's kind of out of play now because you don't really have any your point of entry, kind of influence of the knight, you can't really go to. Ouch. That does hurt. Yeah. You could potentially play that, then when bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, then you have something like this. That provokes that weakness. Then you have bishop provoking that weakness. So he'd have to move his rook. Then you slam a rook up there. Or potentially, you go insane and then just snap it. And then you go like full throttle, all out attack. You have to, I'm now learning how to play kind of, I don't really call it berserk though, but it's kind of like you have to be all in on moves. So you can't be afraid to, in these close positions, to rip the center open if you have to. Bishop. Let's see here. Wow, he's got your bishop in a bind. That's a pain in the drain. If it was me, I probably would just snap that off and just say my pieces are better, my bishop's better. That's probably what I would do. But this bishop does put a bind on your position, so the dark squared, light squared bishop does bind this knight, so there's really no reason to trade it off. And so he potentially can bind even more with that. And then maybe come here. Maybe best, okay, you played, yeah, that's what I would have played. Taking a closer attack there. Yeah, so I would play, yeah. So at this point, you're going to have to give up an exchange if he plays something like this. You're kind of going to have to get your position rolling. You might have to give an exchange up for a bishop, a rook for a bishop and a pawn, and you can then reconsolidate your position. So wow, you're going for pawns. You are, Yazzer would love that. Ooh, nice. So you grab the rook. Wow, he blundered there. Bishop D3 looks natural, but I'm not sure. Excuse me. Let's see. There. So H. Wow, that's devastating. Excuse me. Something similar to that. That's an interesting. Wow, that was a mistake there. I can't believe he did that. He gave up his good bishop. That was a bad move. Very bad move. He should have doubled up. He should have tried to go like that. That was a really bad move, what he played. Oh wow, that was an even worse move. And all you do is push, and it's basically over right now. Yeah, it's checkmate. I'll show you guys one of my games that's very similar to that, Fox. I played it, I believe, last night, so I'll show you how sweet this one was as well. I think it's this one. Let me make sure. Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah. I played the French. You always want to wait until you take on during like something like this. You always wait till their knight moves to either a3 or d2 before you take in the French castles. This kind of wasn't the best because he has potentially that. And if he takes, I think I'm still okay, but I don't know. But he didn't play that, so he played knight g5, bishop d7 to hold this pawn, knight g3, bishop g4, f7, f8. I mean, did I want to go for that? He provokes a weakness. I attack the knight. And at this point, I actually win material. And you played knight. Where did I play? Hold on. When you played knight e7. Bishop e7. D7. I mean. Well, let me see here. Let me see what. Oh, in the opening. Oh, I gotcha. Hold on, let me go back here. Oh, knight e7. Oh no, that move was to actually cement my knight to g6 or potentially go to e4, one of these points, because I can then undermine the pawn structure with queen to b6, the old main line. Yeah, I could take. But then if I take and I try to go there, here, he has that. I guess I'm still okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're afraid that he's going to play that? Okay. Yeah, that is an idea, but then I move to g6. If he tries to fortify that, I play there. If he tries to fortify, he can't fortify there. He'd have to play there. At this point, I play bishop e7. If he castles, I castle. And then I play against this pawn the whole game. Yes, I'm down material, one pawn, but I have such a huge development, and his position is totally crunched and destroyed. I wouldn't mind giving up a pawn for that. I wasn't worried about the pawn. Yeah, a5 would work as well, like what you're saying back here. Actually, not there. Sorry, I have to get rid of this. So he plays there a5. Oops. a5 would be an idea, but then potentially has b5. So, and then maybe he can even sacrifice with c6, and then play there, something like that. I see what you're saying, but I didn't want to play here because I don't like when that kind of happens. And I guess I could play like that, but then the queen comes up, and I'd actually at this point have to castle queenside. Yeah, it's just a line that I kind of have learned from Simon Williams, so I just kind of play that. And this was the cool sacrifice. I got to thought to myself, do I take with the bishop and have this as a weakness forever? I just took with the pawn. I thought to myself, he can't do anything. If he plays here, I could just push onward. And then now I'm crunching. And if need be, I can even do a silly move. I can walk my king over and bring my rook in. So king up. Now I'm going. That's my idea. Queen up. Now I'm threatening here. I'm actually threatening to double. And it protects this knight. I doubled. And then at this point, he can't take back here, because if he does, then we get him. Oops. Yeah, oops. I thought the bishop thing was there, but no, you'd probably want to check at this point here. And then if he intercepts, then you just snap a pawn and you kind of get your queen out of dodge. So he plays there. And rather, I thought, what do I do? Do I want to take here? He has 3 protectors, and I'm like, what do I want to do? Do I want to play here? But then he'd take there. So I just decided just to grab the rook. And then now my idea is to open this up and potentially get that going. Then I have my knights. He plays there, and I play pawn takes, bishop takes, and I move my king down. I'm threatening g8 with a discovery attack on the bishop. I move there, he plays there, queen there. Now I'm threatening here, or something like that, undiscovered attack, potentially here, and there's an idea too. h1, and then I move my king over because I want to be able to play e5, pawn takes e5, and then d4. I play there, he takes, and I was like, whoa, and then I drop that, and he plays there, and I take, and he resigned at this point. And that was kind of my that was like my pawn sacrifice idea. And if he plays rook takes, then you just snap that off, and he can't really do anything. The rook's under fire, the bishop's under attack. Yeah, that was a pretty nice game. And his king's stuck in a corner. Yeah, his king was stuck in a corner, and it's like it's a bind, big time. Yeah, we did good. That was, I gotta say, your game was good too. It's like that was a really stellar one. But that's like what Fox pointed out was you have to have the ability to sacrifice, be able to give up a pawn for positional play, and that just comes with growth in your chess understanding. Is that you're okay with playing for a while one pawn down. So that was a good game as well. So we'll get back, do a couple more tactics. We'll get our tactic rating up to we'll try to get up into like 2360 something. We'll see if we can do that tonight, and then we'll start growing from there. Oh boy, boy. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't. I'd love to take, but we have that, and then I guess we could run, couldn't we? But then he has bishop, queen takes there. Ugh. Then we move there, and see you later, queen. Drat. I guess we could though take with. Let's see if we took here. He played there. We could take on f6. Rook takes f6. Bishop takes f6. Check. Queen a7. That's interesting. Try to see if we can make that work though. I think we potentially could make that work. Because his only threat is pushing, but if we can grab the... We might even have to grab it with our dark squared bishop. And then he doesn't really have anything. We then can intercept. I think we can actually take in this scenario. I think we can hold. I think our position holds, if I'm not mistaken. Here, here, there. If he tries checking here, we just intercept there, and we hold our bishop here with our rook, and we're good to go. What do you guys think? I'm thinking it's that. Yeah, exactly. I'm 100% with you on that one. So, yeah. There we go. Hoorah, yes. Let's get this show a going. All right. Let's see if we play h6. The queen has to move, then we can actually grab that knight. Let's see. h6, bishop takes. Bishop, king takes, and the queen has to move, then we grab the knight. Trying to see, is there any counter to that move? If he tries that, we just take the queen. What do you guys think? h6? I'm thinking h6 is the move that wins on the spot. Oh, it's another streamer? Sweet. What do you think, Fox? h6? True. Very true. Interesting. I didn't think of it that way. That does make a predicament for us, doesn't it? Interesting. 1 second. Excuse me. Tickle. Okay, since maybe that doesn't work. Wow. Yeah, I guess that does work, doesn't it? Yeah. So we had the right idea, just we needed the bishop. I don't think... Yeah. There we go. Had the right idea, but wrong move sequence. Let's see here. So oh man, somebody queened. Oh, chess coach again. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's see here. Let's see if we take there, king takes, we queen. Rook intercepts. Check. Rook intercepts. Check. King up. So if we take here, draw the king there, turn into a queen. I think that's the only way kind of to hold. Well, if we queen and he takes here, we do potentially have a interception right there. If he takes, we take. And the queenie doesn't work. What do you guys think? Do you think we should queen? Because I'm thinking if we queen here, he'll take, and then we can actually block. And then if takes there, we take. And if he tries to check, we go there. Or potentially takes here, here, queen, intercepts there, check, intercepts here, check, intercepts up there, check, intercepts here. I don't think we, I think he's safe at that point. So I think we do have to queen. And at this point, you intercept there. Boom. Because I'll show you what I was thinking here. This doesn't work because it gets so close to working. But if he plays here, we go there. He goes here. We go down here. He goes up there. That loses. So we have to actually take here. Then we have perpetual. So, yeah. We'll do one more to get us to past 1360. Oh, you want to take a look at that real quick? You thought if queen... What are you talking about with queen in here? No, we just take. I know, you're probably thinking that, right? You just move your king and there's no draw. What are you talking about? Queen d1 after that? We get checkmate. Yes, that's I love mate's fun when you can deliver that type of mate. It's like hoorah, yeah, yeah. That's the stellar, isn't it, guys? Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, you gotta love it when a plan comes together. Okay, let's see here. What do we have here? Hmm. Hmm. That is an interesting idea. Yeah. Wow. I was thinking that. Then he could we provoke that there. Yeah, the queen's yeah. Then if rook comes down here, we just go there. That is true. Yeah, with the threat, yeah. Let's see here. Here, here. Well, with that guys, yeah, isn't that interesting? I want to check something out. We're gonna try that line out. Because you're threatening mate still. Nice job, guys. So we made it to 23:30. Yeah, that tells you guys, be careful. Be careful about the back rank because it could really change the game for sure. Do you guys have any questions before I log on any of the puzzles? Yeah, it's like whoa. And then he looks at his queen and goes, "Oh no, I have to lose that too." Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about anything? One time I was down a queen and over the board, and I still won a back rank because he removed a rook from the back rank, and I checkmated the opponent. So don't ever give up if the pawn structures like this, and there's the enemy king there, because there's always sometimes a tactic that you can drop on him with checkmate. Any any questions on any of the puzzles we priorly did, or this one? Oh yeah, exactly. They Emmanuel Tal was known for putting pieces on the squares that people thought could be taken, and if you did, it was like the venom. There's a venom bite that you wish you would never have done. They don't have. Recently, there hasn't been a lot of those because of the computers, but back in the all right. Back in the time though of Tall before computers, you can land those type of sweet combos. But guys, remember, keep studying chess, keep getting better. Excuse me, and remember, there's always a plan in the position. You just have to find it. Learn from your mistakes. That's the whole thing. One second. Excuse me. And remember, there's always a plan in the position. Always, always. I think I already said that, but remember that. And pick a player that you like and study their games and see how they play, and then apply it to your play, and you'll start becoming better. Remember, tactics are a key too, because up to a certain level, I believe it's 1800. I'm not sure, somewhere around there. Tactics are the key to victory. So just keep studying, okay, guys. You got this, okay. And we're up to now 2360. We're gonna start going up from there. So as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus. As I say, God bless. I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? So be blessed. Bye bye.